back to the SEC Championships in Duluth, Georgia. Fans already getting into it. You hear that roll tide. Large Alabama contingent here. Jeana Rice, one of their favorites. And the senior is the anchor for Alabama on bars, and that's a position she says she likes.
I really think I thrive on pressure situations. I think that they put me in that situation because I know how to handle the pressure, or at least I like to think so. So, yeah, and actually I like that spot.
A true competitor, and Jeana has had plenty high-pressure experience as Alabama's one of their top athletes for 4 years now. A rise to handstand, half to inverts. Very tough grip position there, half out. Here's her release move, a Tkachev. She'll go back down to the low bar. Oh, beautiful handstand position. She is really knocking out every detail, hitting the handstands. It's just the dismount here. Pops it up nice and high, drops into the landing. A great routine.
Well, Jeana's the defending SEC champion in this event, and it looks like, Lori, she could probably be in the running here tonight. A 9.95 on bars. What a score for Jeana Rice.
Jeana has looked relaxed and confident all night. She's had a great warm-up, and that is so important. That really gets the ball rolling, creates a little bit of confidence heading into this competition.
April Burkholder up for LSU on floor. She choreographs her own routines, and you really get to see how creative she is.
You know, what I do when I'm just dancing, just freestyling, doing whatever I do, I think I just use some of that, and whatever comes to mind, basically. When I hear the music, I just feel it, and whatever I feel at that time, I just do it. And yeah, I try not to put too much repetition in anything, because I don't like that when people have a lot of repetition, you know, so I just try to keep everything original.
Opening pass, a full in. That's an E-level skill. 2/10 of bonus right off the bat. And you know, Jen, easily this will be the best performed routine of the night. It is so full in terms of dance details. 2.5 to a front pike. A little bit of a direction problem there. It's hard to tell on camera.
April's just so entertaining, and she uses that in her dance and her choreography. And as you said, really one of the most exciting gymnasts to watch on floor.
And this routine is non-stop. Talk about endurance required for this. Every detail is choreographed right down to the facial expressions. She is non-stop, and here we go for the third and final pass. Front layout, front half, back layout. That's how you do it. Her final salto was higher than the other two. Oh yeah, what a great routine.
Big smile on April's face, and it's hard not to have a smile on your face watching that routine. She's just magnetic, just really captures probably the judges, looks like the judges and the audience as well. A 9.925 for April Burkholder to close out LSU's first rotation.
April matches some of the big difficulty we're going to see in this competition with this opening pass, a full in back out. I mentioned it was an E-level skill.
And there you see the first 4 scores of the teams that competed in this first rotation. LSU and Alabama both putting up some good scores. And coming up next, it's the Georgia Gym Dogs on vault. Dog fans are getting fired up. It's the SEC Championships in Duluth, Georgia, and the Georgia Gym Dogs preparing for their first event. They had a bye in the first round. Here you see who are the teams competing in rotation number 2. Georgia on vault, Alabama on beam, Florida on floor, and Kentucky on bars. And Georgia is a team that Suzanne Yocklin really feels has made a lot of progress this year, and right now they're right where they need to be.
I feel great about where we are right now. The path to get here has been, you know, a little disheveled, but where we are right now is a great point for us. We're not burnt out at all. We actually are peaking for this postseason part of the competition.
And one of the keys for Georgia is having all 6 seniors competing and healthy right now, including Kinsey Rowe, who's competing in the all-around tonight. Yurchenko layout full. Ooh. Nice job, but look at the landing. Something went wrong there.
Now you can see she's limping off a little bit. You just got to hope for the best. Kinsey has had some knee problems in the past, and you do see a limp there. She finishes with a 9.85, but Lori, certainly the bigger concern here might be how Kinsey Rowe holds up for the rest of this meet.
If this is as bad as it looks, this is a huge blow for Georgia. They will have to adjust the lineup on all 4 events. Take a look at the landing. Yes, you do see a knee pop there.
A tough blow for Georgia, but we'll keep you posted as we hear anything. Meanwhile, we get our first look at the Kentucky Wildcats. And this is a team that, you know, they have to compete in this league, and it is a league that raises the level of competition.
It pushes us so much because we know we got to recruit better, we got to work harder. I mean, I've been asked that question every meet that we go into, because this season we competed, on the 12 meets we competed, we've only competed against 2 teams that weren't ranked. You know, so there's no time to exhale when you're competing in the SEC.
In his first year as head coach, Mo is now motivated even more to come back stronger next year, really work this team hard.
And one of the leaders for this year's team, Lori, certainly is Michelle Gales, who's now competing on bars.
Beautiful combination into her pike Jaeger. Now this is the last team competition for Kentucky. They did not qualify to regionals, but Michelle has qualified to move on to regionals and will compete there in the all-around. Double back dismount, small step on the landing. A good, strong, difficult routine. I'd like to see a bigger dismount.
And that perhaps will raise that score up a little bit, but Michelle Gales gets a 9.8 for Kentucky in this second rotation. Meanwhile, Marie Bear from Alabama will be up on beam.
A beautiful gymnast. Take a look at her toe point throughout this entire routine. She has gorgeous lines. It shows off her flexibility nicely. Here's her tumble series. It's a little bit unique. Front aerial, then she goes backwards into a back handspring swing down, and a big smile finish. This is a key event for Alabama. They were very strong on bars. Now they need to have at least 5 strong scores, 5 big hits here. Again, showing off her flexibility. A required full turn. She pulls her arms aggressively over her head to save the wobble. She looks very calm, almost as if she's enjoying this routine.
As she should be, we hope.
That's tough on beam. Here's the leap series. Switch leap straddle, and she's off. Wow, that is a big miss on somewhat of a simple element.
And Marie is an All-American in this event. She's certainly an athlete that Alabama thinks will put up a big score. So you're right, Lori, this could be a big blow for the Crimson Tide.
She gets back up and repeats 2 jumps, straddle jump to a wolf jump, making sure that she's getting that bonus. There's the bell. She has 10 seconds to dismount. She knows it, staying focused. Gainer pike, sticks the landing, but a big miss right in the middle. One of those misses any athlete just wishes was a dream, a bad dream at that, but her teammates still supporting her, saying, we'll pick up the slack. Look what went wrong here. On the straddle jump, her hips turned. She's unable to hang on.
And Marie was the 5th competitor for Alabama in that rotation. That's a score they're going to want to drop. So we'll see how the other scores play out. But on floor now for the Florida Gators, freshman Breanne King. And a little bit of a different look for a gymnast, Lori. She's 5'8", which in the gymnastics world is pretty tall.
She is quite a tall gymnast. She is from Canada, one of Canada's national team members. I saw her have a breakout performance at Canadian Nationals last year. Now she's come on to this Florida team and has picked up where she left off there. One of 14 Canadians who have competed for this Florida team. Guess they love the sunshine down there.
I don't blame them.
As a tall athlete, she's quite athletic. You see round off 2.5 to a front pike. A little bit different there. She takes out the back handspring because of her height. Really gives her a little extra room to get the main skills, the 2.5 and the front pike in the floor. Again, taking out the back handspring there. Adding the whip before the double twist there gives her extra bonus. Breanne is a candidate for SEC Freshman of the Year. She's been such an important player in the success of this Gator team. Florida's coming off of 2 scores of a 198. Very impressive.
And Breanne has just been so consistent, hitting all of her routines.
In fact, Jen, Rhonda told me that she has hit 38 for 38 routines. How impressive is that for a freshman? Final pass, front full, front pike, solid landing. Make that 39 for 39, a great routine for Florida.
As you said, Laura, she's just come in and done such a great job for this Florida team. I know that Rhonda Fain is happy with what Breanne has been able to do for them this season. She gets a 9.85 for that last performance.
Remember, Florida is coming off a bye, so it's so important for them to start getting their energy levels up and to really have a good start-off performance here on the floor.